want to push these? Should I push those or do you want?
Yeah, push those. Oh shoot! Hold this. Hold both of them.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, I forgot
Happy
to push this
Saturday.
one. And then push this guy.
Hold it.
Yeah, come and push this guy for me. Good morning, guys. We haven't been live for a couple of weeks. You good? We have not been live for a couple of weeks, guys. We apologize. But we're live now and in the flesh.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. We missed you all so much. It's been storming on Tuesdays. We've been crazy busy. I tried to beat the storm home on last Tuesday and got caught right in the middle of it. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible. A happy Saturday. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to come on all the different platforms. We're making a blueberry crumb pie today. For anybody that watched our live on FB about 2 weeks ago, we went and picked some blueberries at a local farm. So we're going to use some of those blueberries today to make a blueberry crumb pie. So if you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch those lives. They're still up. We picked blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. So we're going to use some today.
We had fun that day, but
Yeah,
it was piping hot, and my heart almost gave out on me at the end. It did. What are you making that face for? You ain't got to feel it. I got to feel it, pal. It's not dramatic. It's true.
Okay.
It was steaming hot, guys. But we had fun. Then we also did the DC little DC tour, didn't we?
Okay, I forgot about that. On one of those hop on, hop off bus tours. It was real nice. So hopefully people are filing in, and we're gonna make this pie.
Miss Tracy.
Hello, I'm Miss Tracy.
That's Sister Tracy.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? And
Happy
Aunt
Saturday.
Ethel. And where's Mom? Happy Saturday.
We haven't seen her in so long.
Yeah. How's everything going?
I'm Miss Tracy and everybody that is with you. We haven't seen y'all in a very long time.
Yeah.
We drove past her street though. We went to go to the butterfly exhibit.
Oh, we did?
Remember that? That's where Miss Tracy lives.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're going to be doing a blueberry crumb pie.
Yes.
I want to say crumb topping pie.
Oh yeah, that's basically what it is, a crumb topping pie. But you can also do a double crusted if you didn't want to do a crumb topping. You could just do a double crusted pie if you wanted to. Same filling, different topping. But we're gonna do crumb today.
All right, I think we gave enough time to allow people to come in. Maybe they'll be joining as we're doing the live. Maybe some more folks will be filing in.
Alrighty.
You know what? You know what I'm missing? I'm missing Facebook.
I thought you had it on one of the.
Yeah, it's on this one. You're right. All right, sorry about that, guys.
You double check your computer to make sure it's on?
Yeah, please double check it.
Okay.
I think it is on, but I can't see their comments because I have it on this guy. But yeah, check it, please. All right, guys, we're going to be starting soon. Hang in there with us for about 45 minutes. We're going to try to make it worth your while. So we got our family from TikTok. Oh, excuse me. I should say TT. We got our family from IG. We have our family from YT, our family from Switch, and our family from FB. You know, it'd be nice if I could see FB comment. Can you bring? If you bring it, sit it right there, I can. We're live in our commercial kitchen, guys. It's gonna go away. All right, so we got Deborah Harrison. We're live in our. Oh, okay. We got Deborah Harrison. Hey, Deborah. Judith Johnson. Kim Whedon. All right. Oh, Deborah said she did watch that live. It looked super hot.
It was very hot.
Yeah.
It was hot. And the thing about it is I was trying to get a smaller container of blueberries because I remember we went before and we got the bag. I forgot what they called that bag. I want to say they called it a pack. I don't remember. But it took us so long to fill the bag up. So this time they only had half the size bag and not like a small container. So I was out there for an hour picking blueberries.
Oh, okay.
It was crazy.
So Jen says, our sister Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Says, hey family, I was in YouTube, but the live sound wasn't clear.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, I don't even know what to do about that right now.
We may have to go with it and then try to troubleshoot next time.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that. Thank you for telling me, Jen. I'm gonna call you when it's over. Then you can tell me what it sounded like.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and begin, family.
Alrighty. So happy Saturday. My name is Lynette. Y'all already know. I own Lynette's Cakes and Catering in the Washington, D.C. area. Y'all can probably tell because everything we do on these lives is in D.C. or Maryland or Virginia. So we're going to go some other places. But basically, you see us all the time around D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. We do lives, of course. We do lunch pop-ups, office catering, and all kinds of things. So today we're making a blueberry crumb pie. For those who watched our live 2 weeks ago, we went to Lairland Farm in Woodbine, Maryland. I'm waiting for their peaches to arrive because the peaches are amazing. So I'm waiting for that season to start. We picked blueberries, which we have here. And we picked raspberries and blackberries. So we're going to make a blueberry crumb pie today with them. I have a lot of ingredients. We got ingredients for the crumb topping, ingredients for the blueberry pie filling, and then we have our pie crust. So let me start. I have my oven on 325.
Oh, Ann is mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's mom.
Okay.
All right, tell mom we say hello.
Hello. So I have a 9-inch deep dish pie crust, okay? And that's what we're going to use to make our blueberry crumb pie. I'm going to pop this in the oven for just about 5 minutes. I'm not really trying to cook it too much. I just cook it a little bit to start it, and then we'll fill it with the blueberry filling.
So what is that called when you cook it?
They call it blind bake, but generally what you would do with a blind bake, you bake it for a little bit longer, and it's for a pie that doesn't really have to bake that long, or if you're baking a pie like a cream pie where you don't have to cook the filling. For me, I only cook it for a few minutes just to start the process, a little teeny bit, but a lot of people will put like a parchment in the crust and some pie weights or like I think dry beans or something like that to keep it from puffing up and shrinking down. I'm only baking it for a few minutes, it's fine. But if you were doing like a cream pie or something like that where it doesn't have to bake at all or that long, you would bake it longer.
Now, did you mention why you needed to do that?
I just like to get it a little bit crispy, a little teeny bit, because the filling will be a little bit soft, like once it cooks a little bit. So I don't want that bottom crust to be salty. That's the reason you would do it. I know some bakers who actually brush egg white on the bottom of the crust to form like a layer before the fruit filling or whatever goes on top to keep it from really getting soggy. I don't go that far, but I know people who do. So let me just give it a couple minutes in the oven. There we go. And we're going to start on the filling first, and then we'll make the crumb topping. So if y'all have questions, Gregory can see some of the questions, right, in comments?
Some of them, yeah.
So he'll be able to answer some of them. So let's move the crumb topping stuff to the side. We're going to focus on our blueberry pie filling. So we have our beautiful fresh blueberries here. that we're going to use. I've already picked through them. Some of them still have little stems on them because we did pick them ourselves. And sometimes from the store, they'll have them too. So we have that. We have our sugar. We have some lemon juice. I'm going to do the zest of a lemon as well.
Shout out to Shakita. Shakita
Hello.
Morris says, good morning.
Good
Gordon
morning.
says, I'm late. You're not late, Gordon.
We just started.
We
Gordon.
just started.
You didn't miss too much.
We're late. We're the ones that's
Yeah,
late.
we are late. I have cornstarch, a little bit of flour, and cinnamon right here. And then I just have some butter. All right, so it's real simple. I'm going to go ahead. This is 6 cups of blueberries, already been washed. I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar. Now, depending on how sweet your berries are, you may want to take it down to 3/4 cup sugar. If they're really tart, you may want to increase it by a couple of tablespoons. So 6 cups of blueberries. Let's add in our sugar. I'm going to add in the cornstarch, flour, and cinnamon. So that's 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of flour, and about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, just a little bit. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I don't want to add too much. It's going to balance out the sweetness, but I don't want the lemon to overpower. So just a little bit of lemon juice. And then y'all know anytime I'm doing zest, I always grab my microplane. So when you use your microplane, you just want to make sure that you're rotating your fruit. You don't want to get too much of the white. The white is where it's bitter. You just want the nice lemon flavor from the zest. All right, it has a lot of oils in it. So when you do it, I'm going to try to lay it on top. You just want to slide it like this, see that right? Then you want to turn it. Wash
Shout
your
out to
fingers.
Kim Wheaton. Kim says,
Hello.
made a cheesecake with some crumb topping last night.
That sounds good. Sounds very good. We haven't done a cheesecake in a while.
What flavor cheesecake did you make, Kim? You want to do one next week?
We can do one. I know we did a strawberry cheesecake one time before. It would be good to do a blueberry one or a lemon one, something like that. We have more blueberries left. All right, so we're getting our zest. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to keep turning. I'm looking for spots where I see like a big piece of yellow zest. So I'm just going to get that off. And then once it gets down to where it's mainly white, you're done. Like I know a lot of people feel they think they have to like do this. You don't want to do that. You'll get all that bitter white part. I call it the pith. That part. We just want the zest, not the pith. All right, so you see a lot of the zest has accumulated on the bottom of our microplane. So I'm just going to tap the bowl like that, and most of it comes off. Okay? So we're just going to stir all of this up. Like I always say in my videos, make sure it's well combined. That's what I always say. And looks like this. I always say that. So there we go. And you can see the cornstarch and the flour and the sugar, everything is coating. It smells good. Like you can smell that fresh lemon already in this mixture. It does. It smells really good. And when you do your cinnamon, you do a little bit. You don't want it to be overpowered with the flavor of cinnamon, but that little bit just adds a little burst of flavor. So you just want to add that. All right, so this looks good. I just like to make sure. Now, generally, when I'm doing blueberry pie, I always use fresh blueberries. I really don't use frozen blueberries. If I do, I would generally cook the filling a little bit on top of the stove first with the cornstarch. And I say that because once the blueberries start to melt, you have a lot of liquid that comes out of your blueberries from being frozen. So if you're using frozen, like if it's not blueberry season, I would start the process on top of the stove. I would cook them with the cornstarch, let all that liquid come out, let it thicken up, and then I would fill my pie crust with it. So if that's all you have, just keep in mind you probably want to do that first. If not, you may have a super wet, super soggy crust, and we don't want that.
So Kim said she made a plain cheesecake with some apple pie filling on top.
Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds good. Cheesecakes are so versatile. You can make so many flavors of cheesecakes.
That is so true.
This over here to the side. All right, let's set this to the side. That's our timer for our crust. Let me check it out. And I'm going to show you, it's not really brown. It just starts the process. It's a little bit crispy. brown. You see it's brown a little teeny bit around the edge, not too much. Alright, so I'll put it to the side. I'm gonna move that. Now the reason I have the paper so big, usually I would fold it straight in half. I wanted a little bit of extra parchment paper to keep any juices that flow off of the blueberries. I don't want it to mess up my my bacon. It's just too hard to get that stuff off of your pan once it sticks on and bakes on. Y'all probably know exactly what I mean when I say that. So you try to cover your baking sheet in parchment and big enough that it goes up the sides, both sides, unless you want to clean up a whole bunch of blueberry juice that's stuck on your baking sheet. All right, so for our crumb topping, we just have some all-purpose flour. It's about a half a cup, a third cup brown sugar, and about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Actually, this is a quarter teaspoon. A half if you're doing like an apple pie, something that has a really strong cinnamon flavor, but this is a quarter teaspoon. So I'm just going to mix this together. Now for your crumb topping, if you wanted to add something like oats, you can also add some oats to this. You can add some pecans or walnuts, like if you wanted to do something else in your crumb topping. I'm just making it straight with the flour and brown sugar, but sometimes I will add about a half a cup of oats, and that gives it that nice kind of, you know, even extra crispy, almost like a, what is that dessert I'm looking for? I want to say apple brown Betty, but you know, something like that where you have that oat kind of streusel topping. All right.
Deborah Harrison said, I made your sweet potato cheesecake. It was delicious.
Now that one we haven't done in a while. We usually do that one around the holidays, but that one is really good. That's a really good one. If you all, I don't know if that live is still up there because they took down a lot of the old lives, but that may be another one that we do. That's not something people teach a lot, but that cheesecake is really good.
Judith said, did you prick the pie crust?
I didn't.
Normally
but
would.
Usually you would to keep it from puffing up. I wasn't leaving it in there too long, just a few minutes. I didn't prick it. But generally you would, and that'll keep it from puffing up the bottom and the sides. Alright, so I have 4 tablespoons of butter. And there was a pinch of salt that I also added to my crumb topping. And I'm using unsalted butter. So if you're using salted butter, you would need that pinch of salt. Now, I always talk about my pastry blender, and I never seem to have it ready. I have it today. Now, usually, you all know I get it with
Is that a
my
pastry
hand.
blender?
That's what it's called, a pastry blender.
Oh, I thought it was a cutter.
No, it's called a pastry blender, even though it's not like an electronic device.
Yes.
But usually, I get it with my hands. You can also use a fork. This does make it a little bit easier, especially when you're making a lot. This past week, we did 250 little mini pies. And we made a huge batch of crumb topping. I actually still have some left. So if I need some extra, I'll pull some of that. But what you're going to do, the butter should be cold. This butter is not super cold because it's been sitting here waiting for me to go live. But you would do just like you were doing biscuits or scones, some type of quick bread. It's the same process. You're just cutting your butter into your dry mixture until it's kind of crumbly. That's what you're going for.
Guys, if you're commenting, and I don't respond to your comments, it's not that I'm ignoring it. It's that FB and some others won't show all of the comments that flash across the screen.
All right, so we're going to keep on doing. This is a little bit. If you were making a lot, it would be a little more difficult, but this is a small amount, enough for one pie. And if you want extra, you can always double it. I had some extra to the side just in case. I was telling my crew the other day we were making these pies. When you make the crumb pies, you have to put a lot of the crumb topping on top. It's going to seem like it's over excessive, but it bakes like a crumble, almost like a shortbread cookie on top. And sometimes some of it will melt down into your pie. So if you only put a little bit, it'll look like it's not there once it's finished. So you have to put a lot. You got to put a lot. And I'll show you what I mean. All right, this is looking just about ready. Like I said, if you don't have a pastry blender, use your hand or a fork or a food processor. Just pulse it a little bit. Let me clean this off. Get all the extra out of those gaps. All right, and this is what it looks like. Kind of crumbly, very crumbly. And you'll still have some chunks of butter that are still in there. All right, those are good. So we got our crumb topping. We have our blueberry filling. And we have our pie crust. And don't forget we have 2 tablespoons of butter that I showed you in the beginning. Just cut into cubes. So let's assemble our pie. Any questions over here? I know you can't see all of them.
Kim says, I love crumble.
I do too.
Gwen said, yummy, that sounds good.
I love it. It's so buttery and it's just really, really good. I love it.
Now, this is an easy pie to make.
It really is. It really, really is. Because you basically just tossing everything together.
You don't even have to make the pie crust.
You don't have to.
Right.
But if you want to, you can make the pie crust. I mean, I do, of course, know how to make pie crust. But most people are not going to make pie crust.
Right.
Most of the time I'm going to buy it.
And we're here to make it easy.
We're here to make it easy. Yeah, and I got to be realistic sometimes. Like, I don't even make my pie crust all the time. If I'm trying to do something quick. But I know most people are like, listen, I'm not doing that. Just show me how to make the other stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So you want to mound up your blueberries. It seems like a lot, but remember when it cooks, the blueberries will start to burst, and they'll start to shrink down a little bit. So it looks like it's too much, but when it cooks, it'll shrink down a little bit. Not half the size, but probably about a third. I'm getting every last bit of all of that stuff in the bottom of the bowl, my sugar, my lemon, everything. Breaking it all out.
Good morning, Yolanda.
Hello, happy Saturday.
Yolanda says, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for joining us our live.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to stick some little pieces of butter down in there. This is just 2 tablespoons of butter. And I just cut it into pieces. It doesn't have to be perfect size or anything like that. Just cut it into pieces. And then we're going to top it with that crumb topping. This is super easy. So if you have an abundance of blueberries, a lot of places now have blueberries on sale because they are in season. So this is a very, very easy pie to make. Most pies are actually not that difficult. Alright, so got our blueberries, got our crust, got our butter.
Now, here's a good question. All of the questions are good, but Gordon wants to know, he says, I have never made a cherry pie. Would the process be the same?
Okay, so cherry pie is different. One thing you have to do, we were taught to do in school, is to get tart cherries, which are generally hard to find. The farm that we went to had tart cherries, but they only have them for a certain amount of weeks. If you use regular sweet cherries, of course, you would just use a little bit less sugar. With those, though, for one, you have to pit them. So we have a cherry pitter. And for cherries, we cooked our filling when I learned in school on top of the stove first. We didn't just put it into the pie shell. We put it on top of the stove first with the cornstarch and everything, sugar, and then we filled the pie crust. So that's the way I was taught to do it. Not so much exactly like this. So, but I mean, it's probably plenty of ways to make it, but that's just the way I was taught to do it.
Now, Angela from TT says, I know that's going to be good. I've never had blueberry pie.
Blueberry is not like a popular pie for some reason. Like, it's always apple or cherry or peach. But blueberry doesn't get a lot of shine, but blueberry is delicious. It's very, very good.
Angela, okay, so I got to challenge you, Angela. Since you've never had blueberry pie, please make this recipe.
Yes.
It's easy. It's not that difficult. Make this recipe and then come back and let us know how you like blueberry pie.
And if you want to make a smaller batch, like just use 3 cups and don't use the deep dish pie shell. So just use like the regular 9-inch pie shell.
Lynette Day says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lynette.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us, Lynette.
Thank you
She
so
spells
much.
her name. She spells her name exactly the way you spell your name.
Oh, really?
Lynette.
It's not common either.
No.
Most people don't put 2 N's and 2 T's.
Shout out to Lynette. Lynette sent us 20. What are those guys? She sent us some stars, I think, Lynette.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lynette. Glad you're on with us again.
Yeah, thank
really
you for
appreciate
the stars.
you.
Alright, so I'm going to take this crumb topping and I'm going to put it all over the top. It's going to look like a lot. And I may add some from my other bag too.
Gordon says, I always learn something new.
Oh, thank you, Gordon.
Thank you, Gordon.
Gordon is a great baker too.
Yes.
Alright, so we're going to top this with a lot of this crumb topping.
Look like you might need a little bit more.
I think so. I have some more.
But then again, some of the berries sticking out, that might look good, right?
It does, but see what happens when it bakes down, so they kind of shrink a little bit. Guys, I have a lot left from the other day. We made a 10-cup batch of crumb topping for our crumb pies the other day, but we also had 2 other flavors. So I didn't have to use it all. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit of this. Now, I did bake one before we started. We put it in the refrigerator, hoping and praying that it will cool off time to cut it. Yeah,
because we just. Oh, your battery's running. Oh, shoot.
On the computer?
Yeah.
I gotta find. I don't know what a plug is.
It's inside that bag.
Okay.
And
Alright, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on top, and we're gonna put this right in the oven. Okay. So 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. When the crumb topping is nice and brown, and your blueberries, you'll start to see some of the juice kind of like spilling out the side. It'll be good to go. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to grab the other pie that's in the refrigerator. Hopefully it's cold enough to cut. With fruit pies, you want to let them sit because the fruit is still kind of, I guess the filling is still kind of soft. You all know how pies are. But once they get nice and cold, you can get a nice slice. So we'll see once we cut it. Maybe see some, we may still try that. All right, other time. Oh, did they get a good view of it?
Yep, they got a good view.
Before it goes in?
Yeah, they got a good view.
Let me grab that other pie.
First, before you do that, can you get the plug? Because this computer about to cut off. Well, that's where the comment is.
I don't have a long enough cord to reach here. So it's not just going to take too much to do over.
Okay, FB, if you comment anymore, I won't be able to read your comments, unfortunately.
Yeah, we had to unplug everything the other day. So I got to find out when I plug it. So this is the crumb pie that I baked before we started. And then I got to get an extension cord too. So this is the crumb pie that I baked before we started. And you can see, like I said, the blueberry juice on the sides. And you see how nice and brown the topping is. Now look how it shrunk down. This one was nice and mounded up, like the one I just put in the oven. So you see how it shrinks down a little bit and it fits into the pie shell. Now I'm going to try to cut it. I hope that it's cooled enough that the filling has, you know, kind of set a little bit. If not, we'll just have blueberries all over the place. So we'll see. Let me grab my plate right here. Got a plate. Got a knife. Y'all know how the first slice of pie is. So, let's see. Yeah, it still feels really soft. Let's still take a piece out though. It's only been cooling for literally half an hour. Maybe a little less than that. So it's not going to be set. I love this crumb topping.
Yeah.
It's still juicy. I knew it wasn't going to be set, but I still wanted to get a piece out for you all. But after you let it sit, it's going to be nice and thick. So let's just scoop that in there. And we'll pretend like it's set. So anyway, that's that. But you want to essentially let your pie sit for at least like 4 to 5 hours so that the filling is nice and thick. If you don't, it's going to be kind of runny. But I still cut it because I wanted to show you all. Anyway, so that's that. So hopefully you all make the pie and let us know how it comes out. If you have tons of blueberries, a good way to use them up. We've also done like blueberry scones, we've done blueberry biscuits, we've done all kinds of blueberry items. We'll probably do a little bit more. We've also done a blueberry hibiscus punch, which was really, really good. So I'll probably try to do a couple more with the stuff that I have left.
LaDonna says, yum.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I just wish it was set. That's the only thing. But I would have had to bake it probably about yesterday and let it sit for it to be set.
Kevin Jones says, wow. Okay. All right. I'm losing. Here I go with these extra fingers again, extra hands. All right, guys. Lynette, can you do me a favor? Can you scroll this up for me?
Which one?
This one right here. Scroll it up. Scroll the comments up. There you go. All right. Okay. Back with you. Okay. All right, guys. Go ahead, Lynette.
So
do you want to do a recap?
Yeah, so that was it. So we made a blueberry crumb pie. So for the blueberries, we used fresh blueberries. We put some cornstarch, we did flour, we did lemon juice, lemon zest, and a little bit of cinnamon, and of course sugar. You want to mix all of that together so it's well combined. For the pie crust, I baked it for about 5 minutes just to get it going. And then I topped the blueberries in the pan with a little bit of butter so that the butter can kind of add flavor to the pie. For the crumb topping, we did brown sugar, we did flour, we do butter and a little bit of cinnamon. And then you just want to mix it all together until it's crumbly. So I have a little bit more right here in my bag, and you can see the texture of the crumb topping.
Shout out to Ike Sanford.
Hello, happy Saturday.
And shout out to, what's that, Jackson Zelinka. Hey, Jackson Zelinka.
Hello, happy Saturday.
Thank you for joining us. That's YT.
Okay. So this is the leftover crumb topping. So when you put the crumb topping on the pie, you want it to be a nice big mound of crumb topping on top of your pie. All right, so that'll be, once it bakes, like I said, it's going to kind of crush down a little bit. So it looks like a lot, but it's going to be fine. Once it's nice and golden brown, your blueberries will be nice and baked on the inside. You want to pop in the 350-degree oven for really about 40 to 45 minutes. Let it cool completely before you cut it. Okay, don't cut it hot like we did, right? But let it cool before you cut it. Once you cut it, you'll have a nice piece of blueberry pie, and that's it. Good to go.
All right, family. Thank y'all for joining us
so much.
once again.
So much.
We're gonna come back on Tuesday, Lynette.
We should be. Yep, we should be back. No problems on Tuesday. I don't have any really conflicts for that, so we should be fine on Tuesday.
Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we don't, something doesn't come up,
I know.
and
Next
if we're not
Saturday
late,
we have to cater.
Next Saturday. Okay, next Saturday.
Yeah.
So we won't be. We
And
won't
the
be live
delivery's
next
at
Saturday.
12 o'clock, so I'll be in here probably when I will be getting everything ready for the catering delivery.
Kimberly says hi from YT. Shout out to YT.
Hello.
Y'all family coming in, and we've been waiting on you, family.
Yes.
We're waiting on you. Please spread the word. Please spread the word about Lynette's Cakes and Catering, cooking with Lynette. All right, YT family, we need more of you guys to subscribe.
Yes.
All right, and watch our videos. And we're going to be adding more video content, photo content. Well, we can't add photos for YT.
Videos.
Yeah. So, please hang in there with us. Lynette, do you want to say anything else?
That's it. We'll be back on Tuesday.
All right, guys. We're going
Unless
to be
we
back
go
on
somewhere this
Tuesday.
weekend, we'll go live again there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. We're going to be back on Tuesday. We want to say thank you guys so much.
Thank y'all so much.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See you on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Love you so much. I'll come and talk to you.
All right. You gotta stop all these because I can't stop neither. Yeah.